Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Reading Fanfiction with Ted and Peter. I'm Ted.
And I'm Peter. We're reading fan fiction today.
Yeah, so just like last time, I have picked a fan fiction. Peter has no idea. All he knows is that I went to the genre of Pirates of the Caribbean, which I will say on fanfiction.net is the third most
Wait,
written about
really?
fandom.
I
Which
would not have
is,
guessed
yeah,
that.
exactly. But like once you like kind of think about it,
Yeah, no, that makes sense. There are a
so
lot of Orlando Bloom fangirls, I think, that
that's true.
that really like that movie, I think.
And what do you think the first most written about movie franchise?
Mm,
It's really obvious, but I could
The
understand.
Matrix?
No, it's Star Wars,
Oh, of course, that
and
makes
then it's
sense. Yeah.
Avengers, and
Oh
then
yeah, okay.
but the thing
That was
is,
stupid of me.
no, it's
I
okay.
feel like if it
That's
was if Matrix came out today, it would be the most written about. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Okay.
And, and it's funny because the difference between Star Wars there are 54,000 fan
My
fiction.
God.
Avengers there's 48,000, but then Pirates of the Caribbean there's 20,000.
Oh, that's a hard
It's
drop.
like those, and then it's X-Men. How do you
Okay.
train? And then it's How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, I think there's a lot of porn of that.
Oh, nice. High
I
School
but
Musical.
yeah.
Rise
Where
of the
does
Guardians. Isn't that
where
the
do
Owl movie?
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, we shouldn't get too lost in the sauce there. We could go down that list. So this is a Pirates of the Caribbean, and the
Yeah.
title of this fan fiction is in all lowercase, Love and Decisions. And it is written by Humperstumpel. That is, like in the last one, I'll put the link to this fan so you can see,
Yeah.
but it's Humperstumpel, Humperstumpel.
Oh, that's gross. I don't like that name. Yeah.
So here's the description written in this fan fiction.
Yeah.
Jane Malone, the daughter of Hector Barbosa, meets the pirate captain
This is already
Jack
like way
Sparrow
more than I know about Pirates of the Caribbean.
in Tortuga. Searching for her missing father, she finds herself on board the Black Pearl, facing many dangers. By the time she develops romantic feelings for Jack that she doesn't want to confess because her father will not accept the relationship and would do anything to prevent it. And for that, and then it just stops.
Can you make the picture for this one that like a screen cap from the Michael Bolton Lonely Island SNL skit about Pirates of the Caribbean? Because the only thing I remember from that is that is Michael Bolton singing the word Tortuga in the like
Yeah, yeah,
chorus.
yeah.
He's on a beach and he's like Tortuga.
Yeah, that's a really good. So, anyway, so clearly this author had so much to say about it
The
that they
Caribbean.
couldn't.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's rated fiction K.
Oh,
So I think that means like kindergarten. It's written in English. It's a romance slash adventure featuring Elizabeth S.,
okay.
Captain Jack Sparrow, Hector
Of course.
B., and OC. There are 4 chapters,
Is OC like
1,914
original
words.
characters?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
nice,
think that's
good.
Jane Malone.
Oh, of course, yeah, okay. Honestly, you could have tricked me. I would not. I don't think I know all of the characters in Pirates of the Caribbean.
There's one review, one fave, and one follow.
Oh, nice. And one podcast now.
Right. So the first chapter. The first chapter is an introduction,
Nice. All good first chapters are.
which is the only real part of this that I've read.
Yeah. No, that's good.
It's very short, so it's an introduction. And it says, "Hey, First, I want to
Okay.
thank all of you for reading my fan fiction. Along with it, I want to say that this is my first story ever, and that English
Oh
is not my
no.
first language, so please
Oh
be
no.
merciful. Smiley
Okay, well, we're
face.
not allowed to make fun of that then.
No. I just please be merciful, smiley face.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure
Discla-
his English is like better than any, like most about. Like yeah.
Disclaimer. Pirates of the Caribbean and its characters are not mine, but Disney's. I always love that. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get sued by Disney. Disney's gonna come after me. Other characters who don't occur in the movies are my inventions. Herewith, I
They
wish
are
you
owned by
lots
me.
of fun with my story. Herewith, I wish you lots of fun with my story.
See, like herewith that like no English speaker would use it. Like he's already way more advanced than like any person who would speak English. So
And so after the introduction, there's a prologue.
yeah. So there's an introduction and a prologue.
Yeah. Well, but
Mm,
this one
okay.
is like in
It's
narrative.
insane that like even somebody who doesn't like necessarily speak English, like the tropes that occur in fan fiction is the exact same. Like all fan fiction pretty much has like two introductions for
Yeah.
some reason. Like
Well, this
why
one
did
has three, including the like description under the title.
but like why do people do that? It's so weird to me. Just like get into it. Like it doesn't matter.
I don't know. It's
Okay,
very
sorry,
interesting.
keep going.
No, so, but it's a good because it's always true. So the prologue. My name is Jane Malone. That name. My whole life, I've had a connection to piracy. It all started when I was born 24 years ago in a little hut that was built from the puny remains of an old pirate ship as the daughter of the notorious pirate captain Hector Barbosa. Indeed, he cared for my mother and me, but he was on the high sea most of the time to fight
Oh
with
yeah.
his nemesis Jack Sparrow for his
That's
beloved
funny.
ship,
The
the
same
Black
thing happened to me too. My dad, he left one day and he said that he was going out on the high seas.
Yeah, to fight with his nemesis
Yeah,
Jack
to
Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. Yeah, and I too was born in a puny hut.
Since my mother passed away, he visited me more often.
Well,
For
that's nice.
nearly 1 year, he lands his ship in the port of Tortuga
Yes.
and provides me with groceries, treasures, and beautiful dresses that he prayed during the forays against the Caribbean islands and Spanish merchantmen.
Okay.
Okay. I work as a waitress in the pub, quote,
Oh.
the captain's daughter, that is located in the center of the island. Here, brawlings are daily fare, mostly caused by drunk buccaneers and pirates who seek shelter from the sway of Spaniard. I work in this pub every night until the early morning. For me, it is like a second home, and this is where my story begins,
Oh,
colon.
nice. That's great.
So chapter 3 is the beginning of the story here.
Dude, that's what they say. That's what every great writer
Yeah.
says. The story starts in chapter 3.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate how succinct this is so far.
Yeah, no, I appreciate as opposed to the last one where there was no information given to us about any of the characters. This
That's
is
true.
a wake-up call, I love this.
That's so true. So third chapter, you are Jack Sparrow?
Yes. Something tells me she meets Jack Sparrow in
Yeah.
this chapter.
Brawlings, binges, and games of chances. Three things that happen nearly every day in the pubs of Tortuga. Troops often land in Tortuga to celebrate their successful days with rum, gambling, and prostitutes. And these troops find their way to the
Epic.
tavern in which I work. I keep forgetting that this is in the first person because this is not how like anyone would ever like talk. One of is where I work. One of these days was today.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So I'll do it in the part because you
Yeah,
know
Do it in
exactly.
the parrot in the lingo, the
Yeah.
parrot lingo.
Hey, puppet. What about another jug of rum? And she says, coming.
Honestly, so far this is better than
Yes.
like
A lot.
most not even just fan fiction, but like the movies Pirates of the Caribbean. Like I don't know, I wasn't a huge fan
Nothing's
of
happened yet.
yeah, but I mean it's already like more comprehensible, I feel like, than like
Oh, I don't know if I agree with that.
okay, sorry. Keep going then.
I mean, it's not less comprehensible. I'm gonna die on top of this hill for Pirates of the Caribbean. So she says, come in, while trying not to spill the jugs of rum on my tray over the already drunk pirates. I wriggled myself through the tables to purvey the remaining orders. Here you are, here you are, I said, placed the pitcher on the table, and went to the next customer. Incidentally, I collected all the coins from the tables when I felt a hand around my wrist. Not even a second later, I find myself on the lap of a dirty, rum-reeking pirate who whispered in my ear, well, dearie,
Oh,
what do you think about a little break?
we might need to content warning this. We might
Well,
need
it's
to
rated K.
No, I
Well,
know.
he's just asking if she wants a break.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah.
So I disgustedly placed my tray on the table next to me and stood up. No, thank you. Nice. I turn around and head for the bar,
She's a
or at
strong
least
female character.
I tried to, because this pirate held me tight and didn't seem
Oh,
to let me go
whoa.
while watching, leering, as if I was one of the many streetwalkers
Oh no.
that swarm in Tortuga. Streetwalkers. Let
This
me
is awesome.
go. Yeah,
This is like
although
oh
I,
sorry.
I should be used to the fact that drunk pirates get in encroaching encroaching. I heard the growing panic in my voice. That seemed to encourage the man in front of me, and I felt his grip tightened around my wrist. I was desperately looking for a way out of this dicey situation, but I didn't find
Uh-oh. That's
one.
not good.
Ah,
I'm gonna
is
me
this?
too this
Yeah,
pirate.
yeah. Is this how you treat a
Twitter, do
young?
your thing.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered the title of this uh
Wait, what was
chapter.
it
Jack
again?
Sparrow's gonna rescue.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Is that how you treat a young? Oh, so this is Jack. Ah, is that how you treat?
Or the guy
Imagine
who's like gonna rape her is Jack Sparrow.
a dark, raucous voice got my attention, and what I saw when I looked up left me speechless. The man in front of me looked chaotic. He wasn't very tall, but not small. His partly undone, partly in dreadlocks, coiffed hair was tooled with various beads. Along with it, he had a red bandana bounded around his forehead and a tricorn on his head. Do you know what that is?
A tricorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like those hats that
Oh,
have 3
yes.
points. Yeah.
Got it. Uh,
Seems like this guy knows a little bit more about English than you do, huh?
no, it's true. Maybe they looked it up.
Oh, I'm sure they looked it up, but also I think it's probably in the movies too.
They're like,
I
give me
guarantee
my
you this person
tricorn back.
I guarantee you this person has seen Pirates of the Caribbean more recently than either of
That's true.
us.
Oh yeah, I should mention when this was published.
Oh yeah.
March 27th. So this was 3 days ago.
This was 3 days ago.
Yeah, people like are still writing fan fiction. I mean,
When was the
more
last
so than
Pirates of
ever
the Wait,
before.
when was the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
It was the last one that Paul McCartney was in.
Oh yeah. Is Paul McCartney in this fan fiction?
Better be. Probably not.
Dead Men Tell No Tales. Was 2017.
Damn.
Okay, sorry, keep going.
No, it's okay. along with a tricorn on his head. His goatee was braided into two small pigtails. So they're just describing like what he looks like in the
Yeah,
movie.
what he looks like. Yeah.
And a clipped mustache grew above his lips. Cole outlined his nearly black eyes to protect them from the sunlight reflected by the surface of the water. All in all, my
Cool.
opposite was exceedingly attractive. He was formidable without a doubt. The drunk pirate relinquished his grip around my wrist as he saw the stranger. I immediately turned my back on both men and tried to gain as much distance as possible, but was pulled halfway. Now I looked directly into the stranger's eyes. This is a very peculiar way to thank me, love. I saved you. That requires a redemption? I groaned. What do you want from me? Your name. What? You owe me your name. What did he do?
He
Oh, the
told
drunk
the
pirate.
other guy to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Okay.
told
Yeah.
the other guy to
I,
leave her alone.
I got lost in the sauce there.
Hey, it's okay. Don't worry about
He
it.
says, "You owe me your name," he said with a lopsided sneer. Ew.
Oh man,
I
you should
imagine
get that
that
checked out.
like
That
so
doesn't seem.
like so contorted. I squared my shoulders and looked up to him. My name is Jane Malone.
My Jane
My
is name
name
Malone.
Malone. And thank you for helping me. I mumbled the last words. I felt uncomfortable for needing help. Pleased to meet you, Miss Malone. You are talking to the infamous pirate captain, all in capitals,
Oh,
Jack
nice.
Sparrow.
It's
I
like
would
it's like when you
like,
get
like when he says it.
it's like when you get a new character in Smash.
Captain, when you unlock
A
that.
new challenger approaches, Captain Jack Sparrow.
I was flabbergasted. Nice. I like flabbergasted.
Nice, yeah, no, that's a good one.
That, all caps, is Jack Sparrow, the man who captured the beloved ship of my father over and over again. So even the author like admits like, all right, it's a pretty used plot device. Over and over. I start to understand why my father isn't able to stand him. Jack is almost unbelievable conceited. Just the way he enhanced the captain. That's funny. I
Yeah, yeah,
took
yeah.
a step back and stared
He
at him with
spelled it in
awe.
all caps.
You are Jack Sparrow? He lifted a finger. Captain Jack Sparrow, love. There's got to be time for that. What? There's got to be time for that.
Yeah, no, there's got to be time for that.
I flout on your title. It's still. Is that? I flout on your title.
No, I get that.
They openly disregard. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Wow.
mean, I think it's like,
Wow, holy shit.
I mean, like, I don't think that's how anyone would ever use that word, but it's
Yeah.
literally true. Yeah. No,
I
I agree.
flout on your title. It's still an undeserved. It
I
belongs to
mean,
my father.
honestly, like
Only to
maybe
him.
the whole thing is like I could see that being something that somebody would use in on the Spanish Main, in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
in the high point of um, piracy. I could see somebody using flout in that manner.
Yeah.
Good
But
looks, dude.
so here, I'm gonna deliver this line with just a little more gusto.
Yeah, yeah.
I flaunt on your title.
Okay.
It's stolen and undeserved. It belongs to my father and only to him. He is the rightful captain of the Black Pearl, not you. You are just too coward to concede it. I screamed.
Oh man.
He looked at me sorely shocked. I look.
I
This
mean,
is
wouldn't
I
you?
love. And you could see his mind overflowing. Who are you? To be continued.
Oh
Well,
hell yes.
it says TBC and then four
Well.
dots.
Yes. 4 dots.
And then author's note. I hope you liked this chapter. As I said, English is not my mother tongue, so I'm sure there will be a few mistakes. I hope you don't mind. Please tell me if you liked it and what I could improve. I will try my best. See you
I
next
like
time. Period. Smiley face.
I liked it way more than the Zelda one that we read last
Yeah.
week.
Well, no, there's one more chapter.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying already, like
Oh yeah,
it's gone above
I
and beyond,
really like this.
Yeah, this one's like good. I'm
Can you
intrigued. I want to know what happens.
do you have any guesses based can you guess based on Do you have any guesses as to what this person's mother tongue is?
Mm,
Based on
it's hard. That's hard.
it is hard.
I mean,
I
honestly,
don't
their
know.
English is quite good. Like
Well,
I
yeah,
I don't think that there were like that many like there was like there are certain grammatical tics that certain language groups tend to do, and I know like maybe a couple, but I wouldn't say that this person like I if this person said that they spoke English natively,
yeah,
I would be like I wouldn't be surprised. Like honestly, like the person like the last week's one seemed like they had a much less firm grasp on the English language than this person, which granted that person might also not speak English as their first language, which is also fine. But like this person seems to have a very like clear, you know, it at the very least like the way they're using their language reflects the time. Like it seems to be like within the period.
yeah,
They're using the language correctly.
yeah, yeah. I'll say the last one was like structurally and grammatically very good, but just like sensically
Yeah, didn't make any
nonsense.
sense. Yeah. Yes.
Whereas this one, just the language of it makes me feel like that this person learned or at least familiarized themselves with a lot of English from like one source.
And it was probably Pirates of the Caribbean.
And yeah, and Pirates of the Caribbean was probably no small part of
Could you
that. But
imagine learning English solely from Pirates of the Caribbean?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
You're
it's
always trying
third
to do.
third most written about fan fiction.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Or could you imagine learning English from Avengers?
Yeah. I mean, so many of these fan fictions that we've read have started with notes where they say English is not
Yeah,
my
not my first language. Which, like, honestly, damn, like that's really like I respect that. Some like I don't think I could write. Like I know a little bit of French. I know a fair bit of Latin. I don't think I could write a story in either. Like a multi-part story.
again
Yeah,
fanfiction.net.
I mean, yeah.
Kudos.
We forgot to do our disclaimer, which was
Oh
just
yeah,
that
we don't own this
y-
story.
yeah, we don't own this story, but no, I meant that we I mean completely respect everybody
Oh
who does
yeah,
it. Like it's so hard to write a story in the first place
yeah,
that just doing it at all is something that's to be admired.
yeah.
Um,
You know, we laugh but
yeah,
it's like if it was like bad, like I wouldn't read it
yeah,
because
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
I would not waste my time on
yeah,
something that
yeah. That's a good way to
didn't
put it.
like have my attention.
Yeah.
So chapter 4 and the last chapter
I can't believe we're on chapter
since it was
4.
updated
Yeah.
was is called Take Me With You. And it starts and it starts oops, oops, exclamation point. I actually didn't intend to tell him who I really was, namely Hector Barbossa's daughter. I was thinking of acting mysteriously, but the way he looked at me was frightening. I am Jane Malone, daughter of Rena Malone and Hector Barbossa, who is, by the way, the rightful captain of the Black Pearl. Imagine like Greg Turkington.
Yeah.
Now it was Jack who looked at me with wide eyes. Swayingly, he took a few steps away and
Swayingly.
examined me. He obviously struggled to retain his composure, what made me grin sardonically. I turned around and left without glancing at Jack again. I was very early at the port the next morning. Yeah, it's like, hi, I just went to sleep.
Yeah.
Weeks ago, my father sent me a letter
He
to
never
tell me,
came back.
yeah, he
The
will
end.
land today in Tortuga to visit me. I stood at the jetty and gazed into the distance, searching for the big sails of my father's ship, the Black Joke. What? Isn't the Black Pearl?
No, 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 no. The Black Pearl is the one that um Jack Sparrow stole
Okay,
from
so
her
now it's
father,
Black Joke.
I guess. I
I kind
mean,
of like that. His
I mean,
new
yeah, I
galley.
don't think I think that's probably in the movies, to be honest.
Although the Black Pearl still is the most majestic and fastest ship in the Caribbean, the Black Joke is my father's greatest pride. Nevertheless,
It's
I
nice.
doubt that he prefers his ship over the Pearl. I'm convinced that if he had the opportunity to get the Pearl back, he would embrace it. Time went by, but my father didn't arrive. Oh. It was after sunset. Bum, bum, bum. It was after sunset when I had no choice but to leave to get ready to work. I took a quick side trip home to reread the letter to make sure that he should have arrived today. I entered the ramshackle building and walked to a small table in the middle of the room. A piece of parchment with the label Jane Malone lay on it. And this is all
Seems
in
like something is afoot
yeah,
here.
this is all in italics. Dear Jane Malone. I,
I like to think it's like a ransom letter. Like
yeah, yeah, it's
it's
all
cut
in
out
pasted.
from yeah.
Dude,
Dear
I
Jane Malone.
I send you this letter to inform you that I will arrive on September 17th in Tortuga. Until this day, I will be on raids to afford you a better life. Oh,
That's
before
nice.
then, be brave, fare you well, and keep your loyal father in mind. Signed, Captain Hector Barbosa. Not even dad.
Maybe it's not her real father. Maybe that's
Oh,
the twist.
that's what it says on the back.
I'm not your real father. Oops. Oops, wait,
Oops.
I didn't mean to send this to you.
I
Please
meant
throw
to
this
send this
away.
to somebody else. I skimmed the text several times, hoping the day of arriving would change magically, but nothing happened. Oh,
Oh,
what occurred? My father never broke a promise. He was always there when he announced it. This situation was very unusual for him, and that brought me sorrow. The
oh,
worst fact was that I wasn't even able to go on the search for him. I mean, he taught me to fight, so I was steeled for all possible dangerous situations. But I wouldn't even have gotten so far because I didn't own a ship as well as indications where he could have been. I had to wait and hope. The pub was full to bursting.
oh my God.
Hard cut. Most of the men were drinking liters of rum while
Liters?
a
That's that they were drinking so much rum that they like broke the space-time continuum and used the metric system 200 years before it was invented.
while amusing with pavement princesses.
Oh, ooh, that's a new one.
Uh,
Pavement princesses.
are we sure this was rated K for kindergarten?
I don't think K stands for kindergarten, or does it? Do you know if it does?
I can perhaps check after this.
Okay. We'll
Many
find out.
years ago, about 1.650 streetwalkers. Oh, so it must be
One.
1,650.
Oh yeah. So this person's definitely European because of liters
Yeah,
and point
yeah,
instead of.
that's a good
I'm gonna
point.
guess German
Yeah.
because Germans have like a very good education system, and I could see this person learning English very well. That's complete bullshit. I have no idea if that's
No, no,
true.
no. So I get that, and just like the German sort of attitude that seems to like match up with. I feel like just based on cliches and what I've observed.
Yeah, based on movies mostly.
Yeah,
Based on movies, other fan fiction,
yeah.
etc.
So 1,650 streetwalkers were brought to Tortuga to civilize the Coarsemen society. In my opinion, that was not the foxiest deed of our French governor.
Yeah,
I,
cool. Yeah.
yeah,
No, I love it.
foxiest. Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Other drunk men were already lying in a corner, sleeping it off. I don't know what you think about it, love, but I'd love to have a jug of rum. This fire only serves rum.
I love the idea of this guy like getting super famous and having a merch line. And like that's one of the t-shirts. It just says, "Hey, love, I'd love
Have a
another
jug of
jug of
rum.
rum."
A cold shiver ran down my back. I did not have to turn around to know who was standing behind me. Jack! I rolled
Captain
my
Jack Sparrow.
eyes and turned around. What are you doing here, Sparrow? So he
Oh,
wants to
that's
play the
awesome.
rum, yeah. Love, I thought we've been over and over that 100 times. It's Captain Jack Sparrow. If you please. And I already told you what I'm doing here. I'm waiting for my beloved rum. While we are on it, can you likewise bring more jugs for my crew? He nodded in the direction of a
No, not
mop-up
rum, no rum, just the
dirty
jugs.
men. But why, of all taverns, did you choose this one? Jack leered. I enjoy the natty companion. Like a natty daddy? This is the only time that also serves natty daddies in addition to rum.
It's just rum and natty daddies.
He winked at me one last time. Oh, does he die after this? He winked at me one last time.
A harpoon went
Yes.
straight through his chest.
Oh. And joined the group of pirates. I inspected seamen and note that one of them looked quite familiar to me. Mr. Gibbs? Did you join Jack Sparrow's crew? I didn't expect him to go lower than before, and it was Gibbs who stayed the night with the pigs. This is awesome.
That's a great sequence.
Yeah.
First the seaman, then Mr. Gibbs
Gibbs spends the night with the pigs.
with the pigs.
I took a deep breath and walked to the table where Jack and his crew were waiting for the rum, with my head held high. While serving the drinks, a woman who was sitting between the pirates caught my eyes. She was pretty, no doubt, but she was clothed in men's clothes. Uh-oh, I think I know who this is. She wore beige breeches, a white shirt, a bleached, once ruby waistcoat, and
How would she know?
a leather sash was bound across her shoulder. Even though she was dressed as a man, her facial characteristics testify from a higher degree. Whoa. I endeavored to not stare at her while collecting the money, darted an angry glance at Jack, and started out for the bar.
Dude,
It was
we could do a queer reading of this text.
we could, yeah.
I think that this main character has um a homoerotic sort of uh it's written in a way that suggests she might be a lesbian. And that's okay. Look, I'm not
Oh
making
no, of
fun.
course not.
I'm just saying, honestly, I hope that that's
It's
the case.
awesome.
I think that'd be really cool.
I
Sorry, keep going.
I endeavored to not stare at her while collecting the money, darted an angry glance at Jack, and started out for the bar. It was late at night when Jack and his crew set off to the port, but before the last one left the pub, Jack drew me closer and whispered, "It was a pleasure meeting you." He left with an indefinable smirk on his lips. Did he say goodbye? Does that mean he'll depart tomorrow? Wait, I called. Jack stopped in mid stride and turned around
But he doesn't like
spiritedly.
you.
Yeah, and then he turned around spiritedly. You leave? I asked and stepped up to him. Aye, tomorrow at sunrise we'll cast off. That was my chance. That was the opportunity I was waiting for.
I
Jack had
respect
helped
this.
me
Yeah.
with finding my father, who told me of Jack's compass and its extraordinary abilities. I need to get on board the Black
Oh, yeah.
Pearl
I
without
forgot about that. Yeah.
without telling Jack my inducement. And then it ends with, in quotes, "Take me with you,
Oh, I
TBC."
like this. I like that. I like that.
Four dots. Now
Honestly,
I'm already feeling this got last updated 2 days ago. I think we should continue reading
yeah, I was about to say I want to know what happens.
because
I would love to see.
this
Well,
is
because
thank you,
it honestly it
Humperstumpel.
has the best like it has like a such a better like groundwork than so many other fan fictions as far as the plot goes. Like the plot is so like it just makes more sense than
Yeah,
so many
and
other ones.
the language is so
Yeah, the
rich.
language is very good. It's just like it makes total sense. It's like, oh yeah, she wants to go with even though she doesn't like Jack Sparrow personally. That's
So
the only way she can find her father.
whoa,
That makes so much sense. Like, yeah,
I
that's a really good motivation for a character to have.
yeah. So Peter, So I
Yeah.
clicked on the rating under
Yeah.
the fiction K, and it
Yeah.
took me to this page, and I'm gonna send you a link, and
Okay.
I'll put this in the description as well for the listeners.
The layman.
But it if you click on the fiction K rating under
Yeah.
the story, it opens up a new tab, and it just takes you to this image.
Oh my gosh. Content suitable for most ages. That's so unlike descriptive. Content suitable for most ages? What does that mean?
So there's one review,
Yeah,
but
what's the
it's
review?
pretty intense.
Oh my god. Is it like long?
No, I just that page. It's very
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. The page is very like it
oh.
looks like something that's not of this world.
So
That's very yeah.
again, good good vibes in
Oh
the
hell
comment
yeah.
section. Guest said about chapter 1, which I think is the introduction,
Guest
but they
has so
probably
many
just want
reviews. That person
to.
has so many reviews.
They say this is really good. Please update soon.
Nice, yeah. I mean, like, I
Yeah,
could have
yeah,
written that. Yeah, I completely agree. Thank you, guest.
yeah. Fanfiction.net and Pornhub commenters unite as just the most
Yeah.
positive group.
Which, yeah, I mean, there's crossover there for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no doubt. Um, this raises an interesting question. Are we ever gonna do like a smutty one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I may not be able to find. I may go somewhere else other than fanfiction.net,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
depending on how far we're wanting to
Right,
go.
right. Yeah, yeah,
Which I mean, I would like to. I'd
yeah.
like to.
I need to.
I'll start investigating.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Oh,
Um.
cool. I mean,
But yeah.
what
Thank
was
you,
the name of this author again?
Humperstumple.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. If I had some advice for Humps, change the name, but keep everything else the same.
Humperstumple. No, keep the name.
Okay, you got a split vote. Ted thinks you should keep it. I think you should
Wait.
get rid of it.
Humperstumple.
Yeah.
What? 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 Who wrote Rumpelstiltskin? What?
Who wrote it? I think it's like a folk tale. I think
But
it's
where
like a
did it
Grimm's fairy
originate?
tale. It's like a Grimm's fairy tale.
And
Like
Grimm's is German, right?
yeah, 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 like Southern German.
So
Yeah, QED. We figured that one
I don't
out.
know. I feel like that's a pretty. I feel like that's a good piece of guesswork
Germans love humping things
and stumping things.
and stumping things. They love stumping things, I have to say. I mean, they're big stumpers.
Big
Um,
humper stumples.
they love stumples.
Anyway, thank you, Humper Stumple.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll let it. We think it speaks for itself.
Yeah. And if you liked Humple give him, or her, find their fanfiction.net page, review some
Give
stuff,
them
share it
a
with your
good review.
friends. Be sure to promote Humplestumple.
Like, comment,
Humperstumple.
and subscribe
Yeah,
to.
like, comment on the Humperstumple.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you for listening.
Thanks for
And
listening.
until next time, listeners. Bye.